Hello everyone, my name is Sandhya Gupta. You are watching me on Practice Planet. Today through this video, I'll discuss the reasons why we can't speak in English despite putting so much effort to learn English for long. Actually, I have listed out few reasons that will let you know what were your wrong approach and what were your mistakes you made in the past. Because of that, you could not be fluent at speaking English, right? So my reason number one is that I have listed out, that is focusing too much on grammar. Yes, you heard right. Actually, whenever it comes to asking for from the beginner that what were the reason you were not be able to speak in English, this is that I found learning process tedious because of too much grammar rules. We have to learn, we have to mug up so much grammar rules. That's why the journey of learning speaking English becomes tedious, and we get reluctant to learn this language. So I would tell you, this is the biggest issue and this is the biggest factor to make this journey dull, tedious for learner, learning too much grammar rules. Here I would say that if you think about your native language, did you learn any grammar rule? Or did you know any grammar rule about your native language? You would probably say no, right? Now, so this is the same for English. English doesn't come by learning. I would not say it's 100% true. No, nothing is like that. Yeah, it helps in learning, but it's not necessary in the beginning that you start learning first grammar rule, then you come to speaking expect. No, the day when you decide to speak in English, just start speaking. Listen some ready-made sentence structures and try to speak them out. Yes, and the reason number two, having inadequate vocabulary. Yes, when it comes to speaking, most of time if you are having conversation with your friend and suddenly you get blank or you are not able to speak, right? The reason behind is that you are not having adequate vocabulary, and this way in the middle of conversation sometimes you get stuck and you don't know how to say this word in English, right? So just to start your learning process, I would say try to learn every day 5 to 10 words, basic words. I'm not talking about fancy words. Just start reading for that. If you start reading, what would happen, you will get to know every day 5 to 10 new words that are really important and that are most often used in your conversation. So the word that are coming mostly in your conversation, right, do try to learn those words, those English meaning, and this way you will be able to make do with little vocabulary to have active conversation with your friends. Because if you are good at vocabulary, if you are knowing the English name of all the objects you are surrounded with, there are more chances you will not be get stuck, right, while speaking. And the reason number three for not being fluent at speaking English is less exposure to this language. Yes, actually our brain is a machine. Whatever you input and the same you will have as output, right? So just to be fluent at speaking English or just to be good at speaking, first you have to have input in your mind that is in English language, right? Whatever you listen in English, only then you will be able to speak in English, right? How did we learn our native language? First we listen our language, then we started gradually speaking this language, right? We heard our family members speaking native language and this way we learned our native language. The same way, to be fluent at speaking English, you have to listen more and more in English. You will have to give input of English language to your brain, only then you will be able to give output in English. So give more and more exposure to this language. You can watch movies, you can listen podcast, right? So this way, the more you listen, the more you give exposure to this language, you will be learning everything: grammar, sentence structures, a little bit grammar rule. So many things will be growing up simultaneously, like your sentence structure knowledge, your grammar rules knowledge, your vocabulary level. All these three will going be this way, right? If you start listening, if you start giving more exposure to this language. And the next reason for not being fluent at speaking English is not doing proactive practice. Yes, this is the biggest reason. Actually, I have seen many people, they listen more, they watch more content in English, but they don't speak in English. Actually, we have put at comfortable zone, right? We speak in English only where it is required. So this way we don't be fluent at speaking English. So here I would say, don't wait for opportunities to speak in English. Just create your own opportunities. Create your own chances to speak in English. The more you speak, the more you be fluent, right? It be possible that in the beginning you commit mistake, you get fumble, but the next thing that is about to come to you is only fluency. So if you don't speak in English, if you don't create more opportunity to speak in English, no matter how much English content you are watching, how much English content you are listening, you will not get develop your fluency. Yes, so just to develop your fluency, just to be good at speaking English, you need to speak more and more without having any fear of being judged, without having any fear of committing mistake. Just speak more and more. Start speaking with your friends, start speaking in English with your family member. Just immerse yourself with this environment and with your near and dear ones. And the last reason I have found is that fear of committing mistakes. Yes, I have seen many people, actually I was also one of them. I would not speak in English because of having fear of committing mistakes. I always had in mind, if I speak in English, if I speak wrong English, my friends will laugh at me and they will say, what was the need of speaking English if you don't know the rule? If you can't speak in correct English, why are you speaking? You can't speak in Hindi as well, na? So the fear never let me have confidence to speak in English with anyone. Actually, there is one thing for sure. If you start learning anything, right, you will be nervous, you will be committing mistake in the beginning, whether it's your driving, whether it's your any learning any new language, whether it's learning dance, learning any new skill, right? In the beginning you would be nervous and you would be committing mistake, right? But at that time, if you give up, you will not be perfect at that skill, never. So the same is with this learning English. It's 100% sure that in the beginning you will commit mistake, and it's not only for you. Everyone who learns this language commit mistake in the beginning. Actually, not in the beginning, even stage speaker, they also commit mistake. If you listen interviews, celebrities interviews, they also commit silly mistakes sometime, but by that time they speak with confidence. And so in the journey of speaking English, your confidence plays a major role. So I would say, you speak whatever you speak with confidence, without being the fear of judged, right? In the beginning I was horrible at speaking English. Even speaking simple sentence was the biggest task for me. I could not speak a simplest sentence with confidence. But later on, gradually, I kept practicing and committed mistakes. But now I have evolved a lot. But yeah, of course, even today, when I don't practice, I don't get into involve proactive practice, I start losing my fluency, and then it happens with everyone. So I also try to create my own opportunity to speak, right? I started speaking in English with my family member, with my friends. Sometimes they also say to me that, Sandy, what happened? Most of the time you speak in English. And then I told them, okay, actually, if I don't speak in English, how would I maintain my fluency? So this is the reason I'm speaking in English with you. And with me, I would say you that you to learn this language. This is quite beautiful language, and it will develop your confidence. So this way you to create your own environment to get into involving, practice. That will help you to be fluent at speaking English. And you put all the fears aside. Never think about what people will say about you if you commit any mistake, what people will how people will react if you commit mistake. No, everyone commits mistake, and for you it's really important that you learn from your mistake. And if you learn from your mistake, your journey will be going shh. Yes. And one day, it's 100% sure fluency will come to you. So in the end, here I would say only one thing: do practice, do speak without having any kind of fear, being judged. Everyone get mocked. You don't worry, right? This is certain to happen in the beginning, right? You will commit mistake, no worry. Just practice and speak. One day, definitely fluency will come to you. If I can learn, you too can learn. That's all for this video. I'll make another video with new content. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing, keep growing. Bye.